Hello. Okay. This is exciting. Well, first of all, I am Julia Warner, and this is my first day of the 75 Hard Challenge. I heard of this actually through a program that I am currently in, a coaching program, and one of the other girls in this program was doing this thing called the 75 Hard. And prior to being in this group with her, I had not actually heard of this challenge or what this was. But I've definitely been a person who has challenged myself to do things in the past, whether it was like eating a certain diet or exercising or just like doing these things. But I've sort of noticed over the last little while, my mental stamina feels as though it's declining. And for example, even just getting out of bed this morning, like I had been doing a cleanse for the 40 days up until the 21st of December. And so then from the 21st of December, essentially until yesterday, I was sort of allowing myself to indulge a little bit more, enjoying some sweets, not really exercising, watching more TV than I normally would. And so I'm definitely feeling the effects of that, what I would call abuse on my body over the last like 10 or however many days it was. So I woke up this morning and definitely felt this like heaviness in my body of just like, oh, why? Like, why am I doing this? Like, what is the point of like living even? I'm just feeling really like kind of down, not really wanting to get out of bed. And I've definitely noticed this as something that I do sometimes experience, especially when I'm trying to start a new regime or habit or create something new for myself. It's like my ego will try to come in and tell me all of the reasons why I shouldn't do this, or that it's not actually going to make me feel better, or that I should just go back to like drinking or smoking weed, or like just like not doing things, not being productive, like don't put yourself out in the world because it's scary. And I'm sort of facing all of those challenges this morning, but also being very excited about the fact that I am doing the 75 hard challenge and that I know I'm going to crush it. And I think it's honestly like I'm really excited about starting the new year off this way because, like I've said, I have had some challenges just in terms of staying on track with my mental stamina, whether it's doing like a consistent meditation practice or just doing anything consistently, really. I'm really good at starting things and I'm really good at sort of like jumping in here and there, but to do something consistently is definitely a practice that I am learning to do more regularly and to just really stick with what it is that I need and what it is that is true for me, while also navigating my own ego and that dialogue that tries to tell me not to push through, not to take that next step, not to move forward, and just really like connect with that, but also acknowledge that it's not me. It's not who I am. It's not what is going to get me where I want to be. So just like acknowledging that voice, but still doing the thing that I know is best. So for this challenge, there's like 5 or 7 things that a person is supposed to do. So following a diet is the first one. I'm choosing a pescatarian diet, and I'm also going to be cutting out processed sugars, wheat products, dairy, and caffeine through coffee. I may occasionally have chocolate, like once a day. I'll sort of allow myself to either like add some cocoa powder into my smoothie or even have like a little like treat at night. So those things, and then probably no pork in any way. And I do want to make sure that I'm actually getting enough protein. So I'm going to be counting my protein as well, because I recognized over the last 40 days that I sort of had just not been feeling as like energized as I wanted to. And I was actually losing more weight than I probably wanted to as well. So yeah, counting my protein. And I think that's it for that. So part of the stipulations with the following a diet is that there are no cheat days. So you're following straight through, no alcohol, and I'm adding in no weed as well, because that I tend to turn more to marijuana than I do to alcohol anyway. So that's the diet portion. The exercise portion is that you must follow 2 45-minute workouts. One of them must be outside. So I went for a nice walk this morning and then came back. It wasn't the full 45 minutes on the walk, but I came back and did like a little bit of a circuit when I got home, just to kind of finish that up. So yeah, I think it's going to be really exciting to actually do those workouts outside every day, because I'm a little bit dreading it, but also just sort of excited to actually get out and be outside. And again, it's more that mental aspect of like, even though it's really like rainy out or snowy out, or even though it might be more challenging to go outside today, just jump out of bed and like get out there. But I'm just excited to break through that and just move forward anyway, and put on my rain jacket if I need to, or another like sweater, or an extra layer of like, I don't have long johns, but just underwear or something. Okay, so the third thing is to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book every day. And listening to an audiobook does not count. Specifically, I was told that it's supposed to be like an entrepreneurial book. So I'm like still on the fence as to what I'm going to start off reading, but I've been drawn to like the expert secret books, and I do have access to those, so I will probably be doing that. Russell Brunson, that's his name. Yeah, or I actually do have a book about investing by Robert T. Kiyosaki as well, so that might be one of my books. I mean, I have 75 days and you're only reading 10 pages a day, but I'm sure I will have time to read more than one book. Okay, so take a progress picture every day, and drink a gallon of water every day. So that's going to be like 4 of these jars for me. I'm 2 down already, which is nice, but this one's full. And this was honestly one of my biggest challenges over the last 40 days, because I was only doing 3 of these jars, but I'm just not a human that consumes that much water. I used to be like just a tea drinker. Like I would never consume water. I would drink tea or coffee, but like sometimes they were herbal teas, but it was still just like, I don't want to drink water. I don't like it. It tastes funny. But so I'm definitely making that effort to drink 4 of these bad boys every day. And they say that you have until you go to bed to complete the challenge. So yeah, probably not the best to leave it to the last minute. Okay, what am I missing? I think I'm missing something. No, that's everything. Yeah. Okay, so I'm also adding in, I'm gonna sort of switch back and forth between either cold showers or breathwork. And I was actually given a 12-week breathwork, like guided, I want to call it a ceremony, but that's not it. It's just a journey. It's a breathwork journey that I've been given. So you do 1 a week for the next 12 weeks, but I'm going to, either do a breathwork journey or a cold shower. every day as well, because that is something that I've also noticed myself having a lot of resistance towards and like coming up against. And what else? I am also going to make a video every day, which is what this is. Hello, friends. And I'm actually really curious because, like I said, I have been eating pretty shitty over the last like 10 to 14 days. And I think part of that is because I had been restricting myself from like caffeine and sugar and like bready things. And so I just kind of went crazy with it, which is something that I've honestly have been known to do, and especially like smoking weed over the holiday season as well. So I'm just like, I'm really feeling quite out of it today. Like, my thoughts are fairly scattered feeling. I don't know if you can even notice me talking faster than usual. I feel like my face is a little bit bloated. I'm pretty sure I've actually gained like 10 pounds of probably just water weight, but yeah, like 10 pounds within that like 10 or 14 days that it was since the 21st. I don't even know. Okay. And then what else? Words. Yeah. So I guess the only other thing I wanted to say was just to dive a little bit further into why I'm actually doing this challenge. So I do find it interesting because this is more of a mental challenge than like a physical challenge. And I've done a lot of physical challenges before, either in terms of my diet or my exercise regime. I've challenged myself in different ways to do different things, but I do still find that mental aspect something that I can learn from and develop a little bit further, just to really stay on track, to stay focused, to stay just to stay really, to commit to something. And I've been sort of dreading doing this because commitment is something that I have definitely felt a little anxious about in my life. Yeah, so I'm really curious, even just from this first video here, up until the 75 days at the very end, how different I'm actually going to look and feel, and the way that I even articulate myself, how these videos might change. This one was more of like a video diary sort of, but they will each have different content and aspects and little golden nuggets that are within them. And really, my purpose for doing this is to show myself that I actually can build my own mental like grit and stamina, and to do things that I say I am going to do. It's like an integrity thing, right? So yeah, building integrity and hopefully inspiring other people to do the same. Yeah, even just like making this video right now was a bit outside of my comfort zone, or what would have been outside of my comfort zone even like a year ago, just because even though I've had this strong desire to be like a public image icon, whatever you want to call it, I've also just held back in a lot of ways from actually doing that. So yeah, I'm feeling really excited to break out of this old paradigm and story that I've sort of created for myself, and to just live a healthier, more inspired life. And yeah, what else am I missing? Cool. Okay, so yeah, happy first day of the 75 hard, and I really hope that you feel inspired to challenge yourself in some way as well, whether it's like just like setting the goal to meditate for 5 minutes, or Maybe you're gonna exercise and like start a new thing, or like maybe you're gonna start volunteering somewhere, or just doing something that's really like beneficial and helpful to your own well-being. And I'm really curious how much calmer I'm going to be by the end of these 75 days, if I'm being completely honest. Sorry, I'm just gonna check in for a second. It's really just about self-love. How much can I really love myself? And as I'm working on creating a business, as I'm working on putting my voice out there, as I'm working on taking care of my body, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, as I'm working on being more of myself, how much can I just love myself in that process as well? There are definitely some days that I wake up where I just don't feel that love that I have for myself. But I think that is also a beautiful thing, because we're all just on this journey to learn how to love ourselves more, to be more outspoken, to learn how to truly care for and connect with another human being. So yeah, I feel very blessed to have this opportunity and to take this opportunity for myself, because I know that the transformation that I receive from this is going to be one of the greatest gifts that I can give myself. Cool. Okay, so I feel complete. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for loving yourself, for tuning in, for being connected. And I look forward to seeing you again. Yeah, and let me know if you're doing any kind of like New Year's resolution or like challenge for yourself this year. Like, how are you starting off your new year? I would love to know. Please leave me some kind of a message, like in the comments below. Reach out, like, share. Yeah, just let me know what's up. I love connecting, so just let me know how your experiences with life are going so far. Okay. Much love, my friends, and I will catch you at a later date. Bye.